Culture is something that you can't just magically have. Culture is something that, or things, or a set of things that you repeatedly do. Okay, and yes, there's choices on the way on what will comprise your culture. There's certain behaviours that you'll encourage, there's certain behaviours that you'll discourage. There's certain processes and things that you'll just continuously do regardless. And it's those things that we repeatedly do, that in essence become the culture over time. Paul and I have actually workshopped those elements of culture over the years many, many times. And it's something that, we are very committed to in terms, or have a high degree of awareness, is probably a better choice of words. It's something that we have a high degree of awareness about, all right? Because at the end of the day, it comes back to that family piece. If the culture's right, our teams or staff will be far, far happier, and then when it gets to what we're trying to do and deliver, we actually do it in a much better way with much better outcomes.
We're very clear with staff in terms of our expectations, in terms of being part of the family, and a lot of that is culture. So it's little things in terms of how people operate and what we expect in terms of their behaviours and how they act with customers, with staff, internally, everything like that. And it's when you repeatedly enforce those behaviours, you start to build a culture. And I think over the years we've been able to do that on a regular basis, to the point where a lot of our businesses now run and we walk back into them and the same things are happening that happened 8 years ago because we've repeatedly done them.
Culture ultimately gives staff a different experience. Okay, some people go, the vibe, vibe's not really culture, maybe it's part of it. But what we are about with staff really is when they join the organisation, they are going to get an experience that is probably significantly different to joining other organisations. I guess all organisations are different, but we're acutely aware at all levels of the leadership, and even within the personnel themselves, of the way we do things around here can be a little bit different, but this is how we choose to do it, and we do it consistently.
When we started the business, myself and Tim both had two young kids. We were married. We were in the same, very similar job. And from day one, it was really about the family. It was really about, we've got to make sure that this business is successful for our family. As the business grew and we had more employees, it wasn't necessarily then about our family, it was about the people that worked within it. But one of the things we both hold dear is that, family has certain values associated with it. And we've always used the analogy that you spend more time at work with people you work with than you even do with your family. And so therefore, if we could create an environment in our workplaces that feels like a family, it would be a great place to work. And so we use the word family a lot in our vision and to our staff and talking about it, but there's just a great synergy between family and a workplace. And if you can create it like that, hopefully people want to stay longer in the family.
In terms of serving customers like family, well, it comes back down to, we've always gone with a mantra to go for service first, or get the service right first, and then the sales will come. And we've had that view since day one. All right, it just starts there. If we make an advocate of a customer at a service level, they will return to us over time. All right, so with the range of interesting service experiences that we get in many organisations in Australia, for us it was an absolute no-brainer. Yes, we are a very sales-centric company, but the sales and repeat sales will only come if the service proposition is actually in place. So if we look at the reward and recognition pieces that we do in the company, a lot of the incentive pieces we do in the company, sure, there's a lot of sales pieces, but a lot of them are actually related back to service elements. And it's been a focus we've had from day one.
From day one, actually, we've held a quarterly event, and we bring staff together for that to celebrate success. But also one of the things me and Tim have been very big in is articulating to the staff what we're actually doing, what we're thinking about, what are we actually thinking about doing in the next quarter, in the next 6 months. And our belief in that is if we're telling staff what's going on, it's really supporting and helping them understanding, well, geez, they've just made changes or things are happening and there's excitement built around the business. And we've done that for 11 years. And again, it's one of those repeated things we do. So culture around here, everyone turns up to our quarterly and we have a great thing. And it's gone now from 11 people now to over 200 people, and we have special guests that come to the events and either a guest speaker or events, food and drink, and all sorts of stuff. So it becomes a real family thing, and we celebrate success on a regular basis. But we're also very big on planning as well, and we take a lot of our staff away to plan for these events or our business plans. We believe on taking people out of the business so they can start thinking and innovating and talking about things that are important to them within their business unit that we can make better next year.
You know, the quarterly events are part of the fabric of the company. They do take a lot of energy. You know, as we do get guest speakers along, some motivational ones more often than not. Sometimes we get comedians. Sometimes we play team activities at a team building. But you know, often the comment is made, gee, it takes a lot of energy to organise these and resource, and it does. But it really is a part of the fabric of the company. You know, it just adds so much more to the whole dynamics of how we go and execute over the course of any period. When you've got staff who may not see other staff at all, maybe a Christmas party or something like that. You know, if we don't make that effort to get people to come together, to do the reward and recognition piece. Sometimes we do mixed team building, so we're working with people from other groups. But that overall sense of purpose is significantly heightened when you get people together at that quarterly piece as a company to just sort of sit, focus for a few minutes on you know, what we're about, what we're doing, how we've done, and then of course where we're going in accordance to the business plan